when I first began meditating, and you know, those first 6 to 12 months was with a guided meditation. I would listen to Deepak Chopra, plug him in, and off I go. And I always joke, I said, you know, last night a Deepak saved my life. He literally did. But over time I began dropping into the silence, and some of Deepak's meditations give you a space for silence, maybe 6 or 7 minutes. So I would begin going into that silence on my own, and here's what happened. It felt uncomfortable because a lot of my unconscious and subconscious memories, beliefs, conditioning came to the surface. They bubbled up as I created that space of awareness. And at times fears came up. At times unconscious patterns. At times really uncomfortable memories which I'd suppressed, tucked away, compartmentalized into my subconscious mind. They began to show up. On my first ever silent retreat, whoa, that was uncomfortable. Like really uncomfortable. But as all of this stuff was showing up, rather than resisting it like I would have done for 10, 20, 30 years, I began being able to sit with it. I began shining the light of awareness on all of those moments and experiences that were coming through me, that were emerging in that space of silence. And as I did that, I began to realize that all of those fears and those things that were stored in my subconscious no longer had to be tucked away, no longer had to be suppressed. And in fact, the more awareness I shone on them, the more they dissipated. The more light I placed on those aspects of the personal self, the small self that were coming to the surface, I was able to let them go. I was able to forgive, accept, and find compassion for those things. I was able to envelope them in love and then watch them as they began to finally break up. I felt lighter. I was beginning to heal. I was certainly more conscious. And in this was the moment where I began recognizing the compounding effect of silence. It's a beautiful thing, but it can be uncomfortable. But you'll know when you're ready to go on that journey that silence is going to play a hugely important part. Now, you know how I'm a huge fan of Rumi the poet. We named our daughter after him. And one of his quotes says, "Listen to the silence. It has so much to say." Listen to the silence. It has so much to say.